Hello, our beloved viewers. You are watching on Live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the top stories. International referee Liban Abdul Razak welcomed as a hero upon Djibouti. And on the international scene, Saudi Arabia, maritime security, and Red Sea activation of a multinational naval defense coalition. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. After making history by officially and officiating the European Super Cup final match, becoming the first African assistant referee to reach this level of competition, Liban Abdulrazak Ahmed returned to Djibouti this morning, where he received a grand welcome benefiting his history achievement. Upon his arrival, a large crowd of citizens from all walks of life gathered for offer a warm welcome and express their pride in this exceptional national accomplishment. Several officials from the General Secretary of Sport were present at the reception, including the Acting Secretary General and the Acting Director of Sport, Mr. Ibrahim Hassan, along with a number of officials from Djibouti Football Federation to commend this achievement, which brings honor to a national referring the sporting community and the public celebrate this achievement, which represent a significant milestone in Liban Abdulrazak Ahmedi's career. By appearing on one of the most prestigious stage of world football, he has succeeded in writing a new chapter in the history of Djiboutian African and international refereeing. In an interview with the national television, the Secretary General of Djibouti Football Federation, Mr. Mahdi Momin Hadi, affirmed that the participation of Djiboutian referee Liban Abdulrazak in officiating a significant match within the European Super Cup competition represent a historic achievement for Djibouti and Africa, and also he added that it also embodies an important opportunity to showcase the capabilities of Djiboutian referees, noting that this achievement confirmed Djiboutian football and its referee are capable of shouldering responsibility and reaching the highest level. And on national news, Djibouti, Japan project for the provision of fire and rescue vehicles. On Wednesday, August 12, Djiboutian and Japanese authorities approved a project to provide fire and rescue vehicles to the National Directorate of Civil Protection. The project was approved by the Acting Director of National Directorate of Civil Protection, Colonel Abazit Abdul Qadir, and the Secretary General of the Ministry of Interior, along with a representative of Japanese government from Tokyo. The project, supported by the government of Japan through the Japan International Cooperation Agency, aimed to strengthen the operational and material the capacity of National Directorate of Civil Protection and modernize its intervention and rescue equipment. The funding allocate of for the year 2028 will enhance the rescues and resources available to firefighters, enabling them to respond more quickly and effectively to fire, traffic incident, and rescue operation and various other emergencies. And now the Dakhel region, specifically in Abaitu, locate in the heart of Dakhel region. Abaitu boasts promising agricultural potential despite its arid environment during certain period of the year. This plant benefits from temporary rainfall accumulation, creating favorable conditions for cultivating the land and developing agricultural activities. These natural resources contribute to supporting the livelihoods of local communities and boosting agricultural activities in the region. A Abaitu that exemplifies the ability of its inhabitants to adapt to climatic condition through the sustainable use of water resources and the land. In this magazine, we turn to the report which highlights the effort of custom officials in combating smuggling and illicit trade. Let's watch.
Smuggling is an illegal activity that involves bringing goods into a country without going through official channels and without paying the required taxes. The government is tirelessly fighting all forms of illicit trafficking through the General Directorate of Customs and Indirect Taxes. To address the issue of porous borders, this state institution deploys mobile teams that conduct control operations in collaboration with the army, police, and gendarmerie at major entry points for smuggled goods. Custom agents regularly seize a wide range of goods, including cigarettes, jerry cans of kerosene, alcohol, cat, cosmetics, among others, all coming from neighboring countries. Despite the use of various methods to deceive the vigilance of custom officers posted at the country's entry points and in remote areas, they managed to catch them. An experienced custom officers explained, "The list is long," he said, especially since drug traffickers who are severely punished by the law always find new tricks to hide and introduce these products into the country. To fight this plug, which represents significant losses to the country's economy, the Ali Sabih Custom Brigade conducts intense operations in the mountains day and night to deter smugglers. We are engaged in an unrelenting battle against illicit products in all their forms here in Galilee, at the border with Ethiopia. Multiple products such as drugs, cat, medication, and other expired products harmful to public health are seized. This is our daily task, night and day, in collaboration with the police and military detachments of the Ali Sabih region. We will continue to fight the scourge in every corner which harms the country's economy. I urge those who want to engage in such activities to think twice, as we will be relentless in dealing with you. To face this trafficking, the General Directorate of Customs and Indirect Taxes, led by the General Director Mr. Gulaid Ahmed Yusuf, who I would like to thank here, has provided us with all the resources we need to combat this plague. I would also like to thank the Prefect of the Ali Sabih region, Abdul Malik Muhammad Bunaita, who supports us in our work every day. These new measures have shown promising results, but the fight against smuggling is a permanent struggle. The authorities continue to improve their methods and adapt to the new techniques used by smugglers. As a reminder, every week, large quantities of khat and goods that are not authorized or import or sell in national markets are seized and burned by the uniformed bodies. These men and women are engaged in a relentless battle against smuggling and illicit trafficking to prevent the threats posed by the underground economy. The Djiboutian Customs is working hard to ensure, with great rigor and dedication, the mission that is entrusted to it, to guarantee the protection of the territory and the economy of the country.
And now moving on to the regional scene in Somalia, the graduation ceremony for the class for the Higher Institute for Security and Strategy Studies. The Somali capital, Mogadishu, hosted the graduation ceremony for the first three classes of the Higher Institute for Security and Strategy Studies affiliate with the Somali National Security Agency. The ceremony was attended by the President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, a number of government officials, and the graduate families. Since its establishment in 2019, the Institute has solidified its position as a specialized institution for developing national expertise in the field of security and strategy. In its early years, it has trained more than 500 specialities, contributing to strengthening security capabilities and developing institutional expertise. On this occasion, the director of Somali National Security Agency, Mr. Mahad Salah, emphasized the importance of preparing qualified personnel capable of analyzing security issues, studying policies and decisions related to national security, and contributing their expertise to decision-making process. And now the marine biologists are monitoring a spread of the invasive species in the Mediterranean Sea. The marine biologists are intensifying their effort to monitor the spread of invasive species in the Mediterranean Sea, most notably in the lionfish, which has expanded its range in several areas of the region. Researchers Researchers are tracking the population and distributing of these species to understand their ability to adapt to the Mediterranean is environmental condition and to develop appropriate strategies to mitigate their impact. And for the international scene, Saudi Arabia activates the multinational maritime coalition comprising 39 countries. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has officially activated a multinational maritime coalition with the representatives from 39 countries in a move aimed at strengthening security cooperation and protecting maritime navigation. The Saudi Ministry of Defense announced the activation of the coalition following the third planning meeting held at the headquarters of the Western Fleet Command in Jeddah. 15 countries signed the joint declaration while 13 others completed their procedures for joining the coalition, and the remaining countries are continuing to finalize the necessary steps. The institutional arrangement include the appointment of a Saudi commander and a deputy commander for Pakistan, in addition to determining the coalition's headquarters and logo and adopting the organizational framework and reference document for its operation. And to finish this edition with international news, in Gaza, thousands of cancer patients await medical evacuation. Thousands of cancer patients in Gaza Strip are still waiting for medical evacuation abroad amid a severe shortage of medicine, specialized treatment, and medical equipment. According to health officials, approximately 5,000 cancer patients need treatment outside the Strip. And since the ceasefire came into effect in October, only about 11,000 patients have been able to leave Gaza, thousands, and through the Rafah crossing, a number of less than half of the cases were supposed to be evacuated under the agreement. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.